Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for a premiere video. This is going to premiere on the 13th, so this will be for another marathon studio album review for Demon Hunter's discography. And this album review I'm doing is for their second studio album, Summer of Darkness, the 2004 album that I just got done listening to for all 13 tracks. I'm recording this on the 12th, but I'm premiering it on the 13th at like 6 or 6:30 at night. So definitely tune into this premiere because I think you guys will like it. I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for all 13 songs for this Demon Hunter Summer of Darkness, and around this time I'd probably be getting off work or so. When I'm premiering this, of course. I think it's premiering at 6:30, this video. So yeah, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this Demon Hunter Summer of Darkness album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this next Marathon Studio album review for Demon Hunter's discography for their second album. Now it starts with Not Ready to Die, and that was a pretty good song. I like Ryan Clark screaming in this track. It's a little different. It's more toned down, but it sounds really good, in my opinion. So, wasn't sure if I was on board with it at first, but it grew on me as the album progressed on and continued on. So, 5 out of 5 for Not Ready to Die. I really like some of his vocals in this track, and basically, Ryan Clark screaming in it is really good. So, pretty good track. So, 5 out of 5. The Awakening was a pretty good song. Really enjoyed this one too. Um, really like how it's sounding uh, with the instrumentation, and guitar wise and drum wise it's really good. And also Ryan Clark screaming in it is pretty good, and so is his clean vocals too. So he mixes it up with this track, but it does very well with his vocal potential. So 5 out of 5. Beheaded featuring Mike Williams. Mike Williams does this screech scream stuff, and it sounds pretty good, in my opinion. And Ryan Clark screaming in it is pretty good, so 5 out of 5 for this one. Didn't have a problem with this track. I really enjoyed it, for sure. My Heartstrings Come Undone was a solid track. I just don't know if I'm connecting with this version of it. I like the mellower version to it, in my personal opinion. I do like this version to its for certain moments in it, but it just when the chorus comes in, I don't know if I'm connecting with it that much. Cause it just feels kind of bland and basic a bit, in my personal opinion. But still, the track does progressively get better as it goes on, so it's a solid one. So 4.5 out of 5. Our Faces Fall Apart featuring Howard Jones. Pretty good track. Really enjoyed this one. Didn't have a problem with this track, with how it was sounding overall. I couldn't hear if Howard Jones was screaming or doing screech screams in this track, but it did very well for Ryan Clark screaming in it. I felt like it was sounding like he was mostly taking over the track, Ryan Clark was the lead singer of Demon Hunter, of course, but still a pretty good song, so 5 out of 5. Less Than Nothing is a pretty good track, too. Um, I really enjoyed the guitar work and drum work, and the execution for this did very well, so 5 out of 5 for this one. Didn't have a problem with Less Than Nothing. I really enjoyed Ryan Clark's vocal potential in this track, and his screams and his clean sings are pretty good. Summer of Darkness, it starts off pretty mellow. I no, it just starts off basically in silence, and then it starts getting into some drum work, and I'm like, this is pretty good. So 5 out of 5 for the title track, Summer of Darkness. Beautiful Through the Eyes of a Predator. Now I think we know what this is about. Someone who is a pedo or whatever. Um, someone, not in particular. I guess they're pertaining to people who are pedophiles. And this, I don't know, it's weird, honestly. This track has a weird meaning behind it, but that's how I'm viewing it, I guess. In through my eyes, I guess. I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, this title means something for sure. So, yeah. I still think it's a pretty good song. Brock Lindo's screams in it is pretty good. And, basically Ryan Clark's screams in it is really good too, so 5 out of 5. Annihilate the Corrupt was a pretty good song. Really enjoyed this one, so 5 out of 5. I Play Dead had some mixing issues from time to time, but still performed very well. So 5 out of 5 for this one. I still enjoyed how it was sounding overall with Ryan Clark's clean sings and his screams through most of it sound really good. So 5 out of 5. Everything Was White was solid. I think there's some mixing issues with this one because there's like this trap beat thing coming in at the bridge of the song, and I don't know if I'm connecting with it on a level where I like it, but it does start to fade away as the drum work and instrument work come in, meaning the guitars and drum work come in and mix it up a bit more and make it sound a little better. So 4.5 out of 5 for Everything Was White. I just didn't like that nitpick problem in the bridge of the song with the trap beat thing is how I'm viewing it, I guess. Coffin Builder featuring Trevor McNeven. Pretty good song. Really enjoyed this one. I like Ryan Clark's screams, and I guess Trevor McNeven is sounding pretty good with his screams too. I'd have to go back and listen to this album again in full because it was like a 55-minute album, but it still was a pretty enjoyable one. So, yeah, 5 out of 5. The Latest and the Last, pretty good song. Really enjoyed how it was sounding overall, and 5 out of 5 for this one. The closing track was really spot on good. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Demon Hunter's Summer of Darkness album was a really good album. It's a little weaker than the debut album, but not that weak. It's still really good for sure. So overall, I think there's only 2 songs on here that I'm a little think they're good in their own way, but have some mixing issues. Basically, My Heartstrings Come Undone and Everything Was White are my least favorites, but other than that, the rest of the tracks did phenomenal. So overall, I think Demon Hunter's Summer of Darkness album, really good album. Highly recommend you check this album out if you haven't listened to it. And for a score for me, I'm giving Demon Hunter's Summer of Darkness album a 9 out of 10. So it's a really good album. Definitely rocks for sure. Highly recommend you check it out. And yeah, this video is premiering on the 13th at like 6 or 6:30, so definitely tune into this review for sure. Anyways, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the 2004 album Summer of Darkness. Sorry if I said new, I'm just slipping up with my wording again. I've been doing that a little bit today, so my mind's been off track a bit today, so yeah. But yeah, comment below and let me know what you guys thought of this 2004 album's Demon Hunter Summer of Darkness album if you've listened to it. And if you enjoyed this album review I did for you guys this evening, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. This is going to be premiered on Tuesday evening, early evening, I guess you could say, so definitely tune into this premiere. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can, support the channel. I will have the Triptych, I believe, is the next album on September 14th. So definitely tune into that. It might premiere at midnight that day. I don't know for sure. But I'll let you know what I decide to do. If not, it's going to be sometime during September 14th. So during that day after the Wednesday Versus video. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this Demon Hunter Summer of Darkness album review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. I don't know if it's my best review, but I did what I could to make it as good as possible. But stay safe, guys. Take care. There will be more reviews on the 12th coming out at nighttime, because I know I'm recording this on the 12th, but it's getting premiered on the 13th at 6:30. So stay safe, take care, guys, and as always, I will see you in my next review.